I recently read The Goal by Eliyahu Goldratt. It sold over 10 million copies, and Amazon executives once spent an entire day discussing it in a company-wide book club. The reason this book stays relevant decades after it was written is because it's built around one powerful idea. Almost everything you're trying to improve has a single point holding it back, and once you find that point, fixing everything else is a waste of time. Picture a parade marching down a street. No matter how fast the front of the parade moves, the whole parade travels at the pace of its slowest marcher. If that slow marcher speeds up even slightly, the entire parade arrives sooner. If everyone else speeds up but the slow marcher stays the same, nothing changes. That slow marcher is your bottleneck. In The Goal, a factory is on the verge of shutting down. The plant manager tries everything, more machines, more workers, more overtime, but nothing moves the needle. Then a mentor asks him one question. Where exactly does the product get stuck the longest? He finds one machine that's constantly backed up. Once he focuses every improvement effort on that single machine, output nearly doubles within weeks, and the factory goes from losing money to becoming the most profitable plant in the company. This same principle plays out far beyond factories. A marketing consultant once worked with a small business that was struggling to grow. The owner assumed he needed a better product, a better website, and more advertising. But when the consultant mapped out the business step by step, she found the real bottleneck wasn't attracting customers. It was that phone calls went unanswered for hours. Customers were calling, ready to buy, and giving up before anyone picked up. She fixed one thing. She got someone to answer the phone within 2 rings. Sales increased by 40% in a single month, without a single dollar spent on marketing. Once you understand this idea, the next step is knowing exactly how to act on it. You can apply this with the simple system I call Fixer. Find the bottleneck, increase its capacity, X out distractions, elevate with investment, and repeat the process. Let's start with the F, find the bottleneck. Before you can fix anything, you need to map out the full process behind whatever you're trying to improve. Write down every single step required to get from start to finish. If you're trying to grow a YouTube channel, that might look like coming up with an idea, writing a script, filming, editing, publishing, and promoting. Once you've mapped it out, ask yourself honestly, where does progress consistently stall? Which step takes the longest, causes the most frustration, or gets pushed off the most often? That's your bottleneck. Most people skip this step and jump straight to random improvements, which is why they don't see real results. Next is I, increase the bottleneck's capacity. Once you've identified the constraint, direct all your energy toward that one specific step. If editing videos is what's slowing you down, don't spend more time writing better scripts. Instead, learn a faster editing technique, batch your editing sessions, or find a tool that speeds up the process. The goal here is to squeeze more output from the bottleneck using what you already have before spending any extra money. Then there's X out distractions. This means cutting anything that isn't feeding directly into fixing your bottleneck. If your bottleneck is client follow-ups at your business, then spending time redesigning your logo or reorganizing your email inbox is a distraction, even though it feels productive. Every hour you spend on something that isn't your bottleneck is an hour you're not using to fix the actual problem holding everything back. After that comes E, elevate with investment. If you've already streamlined the bottleneck as much as possible without spending money, and it's still holding you back, this is the point where investing becomes worth it. That might mean hiring someone to take over that repetitive task, buying better equipment, or paying for training. The key is you only spend money here after you've proven the bottleneck truly is the limiting factor, and after simpler fixes weren't enough. Finally, R, repeat. Once your original bottleneck is no longer holding you back, a new one will always take its place. Go back to your process map, find the next constraint, and run through the same 4 steps again. This is the part most people miss. They fix one issue, see improvement, and stop looking for the next problem. But sustainable growth comes from continuously identifying and removing whatever obstacle currently limits you. This framework applies just as well to your personal life as it does to business. If you're trying to get in better shape, map out your fitness routine step by step. Waking up, getting to the gym, warming up, your actual workout, and recovery. Maybe you'll find your real bottleneck isn't your workout at all. It's that you keep hitting snooze and missing your morning window entirely. In that case, no amount of researching new workout routines will help. Fixing your alarm system and bedtime routine will do more for your fitness than any new program. The mistake most people make is trying to improve everything at once. They upgrade 5 different parts of their process, spread their effort too thin, and wonder why nothing feels different. The goal teaches a much simpler approach. Find the one thing actually holding you back, throw your full attention at it, and let that single change ripple through the entire system. That was the core message I gathered from The Goal by Eliyahu Goldratt. It's written like a business novel, following a plant manager racing against a 90-day deadline to save his factory, and it makes an abstract concept feel completely practical. I recommend it if you manage a team, run a business, or just want a clearer way to think about where your time and energy actually go. If you found this valuable, like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe to Book Navigator for more core lessons from the best books ever written.